Hey there, Coach Patrick from MarathonNation.us, home of the faster, smarter runner, or smarter, faster runner, you name it. That's it. That's where we're at. Now we are finally into the training section part of the Boston Run Project guide. This is where my bias towards pace training really comes to the forefront, and my style of coaching emerges as well. And there's definitely a lot of differences between how I coach and explain things and how the majority of people out there do that. And there's a couple of reasons for it. The training methodology style is based around the concept of work. Okay, I think about your fitness. Your level of fitness is not Jimmy can run a 21-minute 5K. Your level of fitness is your ability to do work. Jimmy, you can do the amount of work required to get your body to move across that course in 21 minutes on 5K. And my job as your coach is to get you to be able to do more work. Or perhaps help you lose some weight, for example, so that the same amount of work yields faster results. But either way, the idea is I look at your fitness as the ability to do work, and I look at improved fitness as your ability to do more work than you do now. So all of the training is built around that concept of work. And the way that I measure work is by looking at the main set of each workout, okay? I don't consider a warm-up or a warm-down part of work. Yes, the 15-minute warm-up and the 5-minute warm-down, that does equal 20 minutes, and that technically has some training stress associated with it, and there's a level of work there. But what I'm really focused on is that main set. For example, 2 by 1 mile at zone 4 threshold pace. That's what I care about. I don't care if you do an 8-minute warm-up or a 27-minute warm-up. I don't care if you cool down for 3 minutes or you don't cool down at all or you cool down for 25 minutes. All I care about is you're getting that 2 by 1 mile in at the key space. Okay, so in many ways, when you look at Marathon Nation workout, it kind of looks like a weight workout. It says 2 by 1, 4 by 8. I have no idea, right? It's all written out like that. So it looks like something you go to the gym and say, I've got to do 3 by 12 on the bench press over here. It's very, very similar mentality, thinking about your run fitness as work and then repeatedly exercising that segment of work to build strength in that area. So going through the guide, you're going to have to spend some time looking at the different areas about abbreviations, as you understand how each concept of a workout is written. You also want to look, again, as I mentioned earlier, main set only. I only write the main set. There's a standard warm-up, usually 15 minutes, with a couple 30-second pickups in there. That's the standard warm-up, but it's up to you. Also note that the most runs are written with a time associated with it. You have a main set, say 2 by 1 mile, and it says do it in 45 minutes. So the ideal workout is about 45 minutes in duration. I don't want you to do 75 minutes, right? The only place where that does not hold true is the long run, where I look specifically at what the distance is for what you are training, right? So I want you to run, the main set this week for the long run is 12 plus miles. So the main set is 12 miles in duration, and you have plus the warm up and the cool down in there. So it probably might be 13 or 14 miles for you. And now those 12 miles are broken out specifically in a particular training pattern, okay? So you're gonna have to be ready to look at the workouts during the regular week and say, oh, it's about an hour run today, etc. And what's my main set? But on the weekends, in the long run, you're going to say, oh, okay, I've got to run 14 or 15 miles, and you're going to have to do the math on how long that will take you. This way, you can tell your family and everyone else what it is you're going to be doing, okay, to understand that. Our run zones are pretty straightforward. I've got a table here in the guide. Please refer to it and look at it. If you need help understanding more of what's written here, or you want some more guidance on testing and determining your training zones, I have included for free the Marathon Nation Quick Start Guide, which is our training manual, essentially, to help you determine your zones and so on. So all of that information is included there as well. So that link is on this page or on the page of the guide that you're on. Please go back, click on that link, download that guide. It's quite a few pages long, but it does take you through in great detail the processes by which you can determine your training zones and then make the most of your Marathon Nation, any Marathon Nation training plan, but in this case, the Boston Run Project. Okay, I want to make sure that all the work you're doing is the right work. The worst thing that you can do is start training today, not to the level of fitness that you have today, but to what you remember from that awesome race you had 4 months ago when you PR'd a half marathon. You start running those numbers, even though you haven't done anything in the last 24 weeks or 16 weeks to now. You're really going to put yourself in a place where your fitness might peak for a little bit, but you're really going to have a tough time processing it. So it's critical that we use training zones that are commensurate with your current level of fitness. All of that and more, again, is in that Marathon Nation Quick Start Guide, which is on the page of the Boston Run project that you're on now. Go download it, look at it, and dig through it. I'll be back soon with another video for you guys, okay? This is Coach Patrick from MarathonNation.us, home of the Smarter, Faster Runner, with our Boston Run Project information video series. Thanks so much, folks. I'll be back.